Welcome to Apogee Live. My name is Greg Hoffman. Let's introduce the team. There is Daniel M. Clark. Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
How's it going today?
High as a kite.
Awesome. And why is that?
Paint fumes.
Okay. But the project is almost done. So
Almost.
All right. Kristen, hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
And Dexter's napping, so we need to get a move on so
Yes.
he doesn't jump in.
He's going to wake up pretty much any minute. It's almost an hour, and he doesn't ever last beyond an hour, except for that one time that he napped for 2 hours.
All right, so today we are talking about summer strategies. What we're going to do is it's an open forum. There are no bad questions. Everybody can jump in, ask questions. We want to talk about some of our programs that do extremely well in the summertime. We do have lots of programs that are good gift items and they're great for Q4, but a lot of programs over the summer have a lull. Some of ours don't. And so we are definitely going to be talking about the summer strategy. So I would say, number one, we got to start off with Snake River Farms. Would you agree?
Yes, of course. I mean, grilling during the summer obviously is a no-brainer. And Snake River Farms has, some of the greatest steak and beef that you're going to find out there. So that is absolutely, you want to focus on that if you're promoting anything during the summer.
And Phil, I know you're a vegetarian. I'm actually on a vegetarian diet right now. So we're going to be talking about these steaks and bacon and burgers, and I can't have any probably for a while. So I'm with you today, okay? All right. One thing that I did want to mention with Snake River Farms is we had a call with Rick D'Ambrosio several weeks ago on an Apogee Live. And one thing we did talk about was their burgers and their hot dogs. So I'm going to put a link up there to go look at that video. So it was a really good informational talk with Rick. But Daniel, do you have any of the ground beef left?
Yeah, well, I haven't had a functional kitchen for 8 months.
Yeah.
So I've got all the stuff left, Greg.
That may have been a bad question. I kind of forgot about that. But Kristen, do you have ground beef left? You're muted.
No, of course not. That went so fast with us. I made, I think, a really good bolognese sauce with it. But no, I mean, meat doesn't last in my house more than a few days.
Yeah, for what it's worth, when I do get a shipment from Snake River, I cook probably, one item from the shipment every other day. And then however many items were in that shipment, that's how long it lasts.
Agreed.
The hot dogs definitely don't last long in my house at all.
Oh God, no! It's a package of what, 5, isn't it? It's a package of 5 that goes in a day. I mean, I got a family of 4 here. That goes in a day.
Yeah, we have 9 in my house, so yeah. They definitely go fast. I do definitely want to get more of those, even though I can't eat them right now. But their hot dogs are outstanding.
They are.
The ground beef is definitely worth it. So Memorial Day is coming up, and what I want you affiliates to do is I want you to buy through your own links, go get some ground beef from Snake River Farms, get some of the hot dogs, cook them up, do some videos, and tell your readers and your audience the kind of quality that you're eating. That's the best way to do it. And Memorial Day is 2 weeks away. So you can have that shipped to you, and it's a perfect way to celebrate Memorial Day and make some money during the summer. So that covers Snake River Farms. I would say the next one would be, let's stick with the barbecue theme, and that would be Grill Masters Club.
Actually, Greg, I think we should jump to the California Wine Club so that I can share this link in the group. Okay. I'm going to share it on the event page. This is from the California Wine Club's newsletter, not the one that we send out, but their actual, their newsletter that they send out. And it is a guide on pairing wines with different kind of grilling options and meats and such. So be sure to check that out for any strategies with the California Wine Club, Snake River Farms, or also I guess Grill Masters Club can fit into that. But for a really good 1-2 double whammy punch, definitely, reference that blog post, take a look at some of those pairings, and, maybe even tweak it to make your own kind of post featuring those pairings.
I could put that image up in the video. So if you want to talk about a couple of them.
Mm-hmm. I have to reference that page again. Okay, so they do have the perfect barbecue pairings. Buttery Chardonnay obviously is going to go amazing with lobster. That's one of my personal favorite pairings. I love a nice dry, a nice Chardonnay during the summer, ice cold, and then lobster is just one of my very, very, very favorite foods. I'm going to Cape Cod this summer, where I'm definitely going to have some lobster. Super excited about it. So I can definitely see myself drinking Chardonnay with that. A burger.
We have lobster anywhere. So
we do have lobster anywhere. A burger, they recommend a Zinfandel or a rich Merlot. Obviously, red meat and a more full-bodied red wine. That's kind of a no-brainer, a big duh as far as pairings go. But, if you're having like a summer barbecue and you're doing burgers instead of a steak, a Zinfandel would be a great pairing instead of a heavier Merlot. It's going to bring out all the flavors in the meats and vice versa. All the flavors of the wine are going to be complemented really well by the burgers. But they have an entire chart in that post. Greg said that he'll add it to the video, but check that out for different pairing options.
All right.
Okay.
So Grill Masters Club,
Mm-hmm.
that is a subscription box. And I'll put another link up there for a conversation we had with Kevin from Grill Masters Club several months ago, talking about the history of the company and the type of products. I am waiting for one of my boxes to show up. So I'm thinking sometime in June, I should get a box and I will do some videos. I know Joe Sousa has done some videos, and he is a good affiliate for that type of program. He loves grilling meat. So he is promoted Grill Masters Club, but that is definitely one that does well in the summertime. And the best thing to promote with that is the 3-month subscription. That is the #1 best seller. And that does it. I don't have the number in front of me, but that is a good, healthy payout. So that's Grill Masters. Anything else about the barbecue category? Anyone going once?
Kettle pizza.
Kettle pizza, that's right. Kettle pizza is the insert that goes into either your gas grill or your charcoal grill to cook pizza. And I have one, and it's a heavy beast of a piece of equipment, but it actually cooks some really good pizza. And the difference that I noticed with kettle pizza is the crust is much crunchier. Is that right? Much crunchier. It's a good, healthy crunch when you bite into the pizza. Much
so
crunchier.
It's crunchy is what you're saying.
Much crunchier. I'm using that. Much crunchier. So.
I have a question about the kettle pizza.
Yes, go ahead.
So I'm also vegetarian, and can we get a good pairing list of pizzas and wine? Do we know if they have anything already posted?
Those guys, I guarantee they don't, but I bet we could find some people to do it.
Cool.
I already have people in mind for this, so.
We have wine affiliates that would love to test that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then, that's obviously something that you can see what they post, their kinds of ideas, and kind of run with that on your own. Obviously, I'm not saying steal content because that's crappy, but, inspiration is a thing. But yeah, we'll talk to them and see if they'd be willing to share some ideas as far as that goes.
Yeah,
I say any wine goes well with any pizza, though, personally. I drink champagne with everything. So
I actually have one of those up.
That sounds really good to me.
Marsha, you do? You have a pizza and
I do
wine
have
pairing?
a pie day celebration. Pair your pie with pizza and wine.
Nice, nice. Will you share a link to that in the chat or in the events page? That would be great. Thank you.
And then we ask if any affiliates are going to use Marsha's pairing, make sure that you reference that you got it from her.
Yes, link back. Give her link juice.
Thank you.
There it is. Partyideapros.com/pie day. I like that. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
The equipment you're talking about.
Well, now you're muted.
Fran, you just muted yourself. See if I can unmute her. Nope. We lost Fran. Okay. We'll come back when she figures it out that she's muted. Let's see. Serenity Health and Home Decor. So they are a program that we picked up this time last year, and they sell outdoor furniture, fire pits, water fountains, those type of products.
They also sell gardening. They have lawn gnomes. You can get gardening wagons, hammocks. Yeah.
I ran, well, Daniel ran the report, the mid-month reports, and I looked at them, and Serenity Health is well above this time last year. So they've already had more sales in the month of May in the first 15 days than they had all 30 days last year. So affiliates are seeing tremendous success selling those products over there. So Daniel, thank you for sending that report.
Just doing my job.
But I like seeing good positive reports, and all of them were good this month. So it all looks good. But I think Serenity Health is definitely one that you should be promoting, especially in the summertime. They have good gift items, so it's going to be good for Q4, but now is the time people are actually looking for water fountains. Fran, it looks like you're back. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, what was your question about kettle pizza? Yes.
You said about the piece of equipment that goes into a grill to make the kettle pizza. Who sells that equipment?
Kettle Pizza.
Kettlepizza.com.
Okay.
Okay, we manage that affiliate program.
Is it a stone that goes in there? Is it iron? Or?
It's a metal. I'm not sure what kind of metal, Greg.
There is a stone, but it's basically a metal shelf where there's a metal bottom and a metal top that traps the heat. But yes, there is a stone that goes inside it. So, and I can send you links to it, and hopefully you can, look at some of the videos that are posted on the Kettle Pizza website, and it might inspire you to join and get active.
And with Kettle Pizza,
universal for other grills.
It works for charcoal and for gas.
Right. Okay.
and with Kettle Pizza, they have a number of recipes listed on their website. We've seen a couple of affiliates be very successful in basically recreating those recipes and reproducing them for their own sites. Obviously, like you're going to use your affiliate link to link back to Kettle Pizza to give them credit and whatever. But just using those ideas, even if you haven't actually made the recipe yourself, but using that idea for a blog post has yielded results for a few affiliates of ours.
So it looks like the kettle pizzas run around 200 to 270. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Greg, what's the commission on that?
10%. I'm going to say 10% for everything because I don't know.
So you're looking at, $20 per order on that one.
5%.
5%. So
Yes.
$10 still right?
I've got a
Daniel,
little
did I math right?
Krista, I have a little wiggle room so I can do VIP commissions. If any content affiliates are going to do a post, I can give you a bump in commission on that one.
I'm definitely running that pizza and wine pairing probably next week.
Cool.
Okay.
Send me a link, Krista, because I'd love to share that. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. So the next one is the biggest program we manage, and it is Sears PartsDirect. They are a division of Sears. They are an extremely profitable division of Sears, and the affiliate channel is the most profitable e-commerce channel that they have. And so their number one product, their number one bestseller are water filters of any brand possible. And we are seeing huge jumps in sales this year. We have more affiliates active with clicks. We have more affiliates active with sales. And everybody's making more money this year than they were this time last year. We've been managing this program for, 4 years now. It'll be almost 5 years. And this year is a big, significant jump. And for the summertime, they do extremely well with lawnmower parts. In the winter, their big parts are snowblower parts. So if you have any DIY or outdoor activity type of promotions, Sears PartsDirect is not sexy. They don't pay a lot, but they convert extremely well because people know the brand and people don't know where to buy specific parts for their appliances and lawnmowers and things like that. Did I cover Sears PartsDirect good enough? Okay.
I see something on Sears PartsDirect, which actually is really cool, and I didn't know you could do this. But for cooking blogs like myself, I do a lot of cooking. I didn't know you could change the color of your KitchenAid. Did you know that?
Wait, really? I mean, I love the color of my KitchenAid, but really?
But it has the color variation parts. You can buy each piece and how to swap them out.
What?
Yeah.
I would have never known to look for that.
That's
It's
awesome.
so
Good
cool.
find, Krista.
Yeah. So if you want to swap out and have a maybe a football themed KitchenAid, there you go.
That's cool. I had no idea. I could have been promoting that for the last 4 years.
Yeah, if you look, it's like under KitchenAid, and it's like color swap products. So I guess you could, I mean, you got to be a little handy, but you can do it. It's definitely a DIY.
The entire site is built for DIY people because I wouldn't shop on Sears PartsDirect because that's mean I'd have to actually fix things, and that's not what I do.
Yeah, here's the, I'll post the link for it if I can make it work.
Okay. And it might be the case for not just KitchenAid. It could be any type of appliances. They could have that option for anything because they service many different brands. And Sears PartsDirect, I'll just say, maybe I said it already, but they're going to be around for a long time. I don't know what's going to happen with the company's future, but Sears PartsDirect is going to survive because they have millions of parts for millions of years. That really should be their tagline. I made that up.
It's
You
weird
like that,
though,
Rainey?
Millions of parts for millions of years. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We need to buy that domain. Okay. Kristen, why don't you talk about Rainey's Closet?
Okay, so Rainey's Closet is high fashion rentals for children. This is definitely going to be, with wedding season, obviously a very popular choice because nobody really wants to pay, $1 million for a flower girl dress with the kid's going to wear once. So Rainey's Closet has these high-end lines that you can rent in your kid's size. You know, you rent them for however many days, then you return them. It's literally a fraction of the price. They include accessories. But for things like weddings, special family events, like I have a family reunion coming up this summer, and there's going to be a super fancy dinner because it's what my family does, and it's really weird. And then family photo shoots, like those are huge this time of year, you know, photo shoots on the beach or, you know, in an arboretum or whatever, so that you have those gorgeous family photos for your Christmas cards. This particular program is going to be huge, you know, throughout the tail end of spring here, and then summer and going into fall. So you're going to want to jump on those promotions if you have the audience that does, you know, have family that they do photo shoots with. If you talk about photo shoots or, you know, special events with your kids at all, this is definitely a great opportunity to promote those rentals.
And for content affiliates, we're going to have some activation campaigns coming up. So if you are interested, we are definitely want to talk to you privately to get you active in the program.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the company?
Rainey's Closet.
Jinx.
I won, whatever, Greg.
We announced a new one. When did we announce the new one? Salt Armour last week.
Mm-hmm.
So Salt Armour is... I love Salt Armour. I had been trying to get them as a client for 2 years, and I finally got their attention. I promised them that I would be able to help their program become more efficient. We did that in the month of April, and they absolutely love what we've done for the profitability of their program. And so it is, the domain is safishing.com. And what they do is they sell face shields. So I went fishing out on a charter boat this time last year, and it was a cool morning, and we were freezing. I was wearing a regular t-shirt, maybe a windbreaker, but I would have loved something that was covering my face. I also needed a hat more than just a ball cap. So they sell straw hats for fishing. They sell face shields for fishing, but it can also be used for hunting, riding a motorcycle, any type of outdoor activities where you got to cover your neck, cover your face. You don't want the salt spray in your face. You need to camouflage yourself when you're in the woods. There's limitless application. Yeah, robbing, but let's not, no, that's not something we want to promote. But it's, you know, it's possible. And I'm not, because Daniel would never leave me alone and he would take a screenshot, but I could put one on right now because I have 3 of them right next to me. And
I'm ready.
The straw hats on the other side, I'm not putting them on.
Come on.
Daniel, we can just post the ones that he put in our Slack channel.
Don't
I'd like
post
to
those.
see it.
Just go to safishing.com and
God.
What?
We
You
need
want
to
me-
see it.
Your people have spoken.
How will we know?
Do it, do it, do it.
Okay, so do you want the camouflage one?
Yeah.
Do you want the black one? Or do you want my favorite, the blue one?
Just do the blue one. That's what you want to do, so it's fine.
Fine. You got your finger on the trigger. You're going to do a screenshot. You're a jerk.
Yeah.
So I can wear it as a headband, just like that.
Is it hot?
Oh, it's hot. It's real hot.
Greg, it's a really good look for you.
Is that better? You happy now?
Okay, smile.
I am.
That's
All right.
fantastic.
So yeah, these are the face shields, and damn, they're hot with all these lights in the office. So anyway, I really like that client, and I think it's a perfect one to promote over the summer. I got to take this off; it's too hot.
So I ordered them and I'm waiting for them for the dog shield. I'm really excited.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. Dog shields. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
So I looked and I saw where you can get them wet, put them in the freezer, because I take my dogs everywhere and they'll keep them cool.
Yeah, I love that suggestion. That definitely works. So yeah, for all the pet affiliates, that's another option they have. And I did create a text link, and I think, Krista, I may have sent you that text link. So yeah, that does exist. That is a great summer promotion.
And also they have buy one, get 4 free on the pet ones.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. I have more than I'll ever need.
So do I. They are very aggressive. So we are open to any ideas with Salt Armour. They also have a separate program where they took a category of products and they put it in what's called Alpha Defense, and it's Alpha Defense gear. So it's more toward the tactical military type of products, and they're hitting a different demographic. Same products as Salt Armour, but they took that subcategory out and created a separate program for it. So if you have that type of demographic, you can use Alpha Defense gear. We're also managing that program. Let's see. Salt Armour. What else is there? Performance Health is another good one because everybody's exercising over the summer. And the #1 product for Performance Health is called BioFreeze. It's a cold therapy cream. I use BioFreeze all the time, and I love it. I think I have a lifetime supply upstairs somewhere. But there's lots of different brands under Performance Health, and it's all related to exercise, physical therapy, and they've got some good categories for patients with Parkinson's. So they've got spoons that the patients can use, and utensils and things around the house that those people might need to get around. So Performance Health is one, especially over the summer, because everybody's exercising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Like with exercising, hiking, fishing, swimming, whatever, anything that's going to be a little bit of physical exertion, whitewater rafting. Like I've had some hardcore injuries doing that. Things like, BioFreeze, of course, but TheraBand as well, which is like an exercise resistance band that can help you stretch. Those are going to be, some big sellers over the summer months.
All right, what else? Anybody have any questions? Kristen, can you think of any others that are going to do extremely well over the summer?
Let me pull up our list. We briefly mentioned Lobster Anywhere. Obviously, like if you are landlocked, that might be a fun one to promote because summertime and lobster. I don't need to go into that again.
True Dog's doing extremely well. So getting back to our pet affiliates, and Krista is our rock star right now. She's doing extremely well promoting True Dog. We don't need to give away your promotions or anything you're doing, but thank you very much for your promotions. You're doing great.
Two others. Eckler's is actually not a horrible one because there's a whole lot of people that bust out their cars for the summer and take them cruising, road trips, etc. So Eckler's Automotive, those brands could be good ones for summer promotions. And then, of course, Flirty Aprons. There's aprons for grilling and aprons for cooking and all of that stuff. I mean, Flirty is pretty much good across the board any time of year, but they have been doing really good monthly promotions. They're 3, 4, 5 deals every month, which, pay attention to your newsletters because all that information's in there. But they do have men's aprons, which are great for grilling. They have great women's aprons because women grill too. And, summer projects with kids, you can get a mommy and me apron. So yeah, those two as well also.
Okay. I think we're done talking about our clients. Any questions we can answer? We can go on for another 5-10 minutes, answer anybody's questions. We can also end it now if you want, and then we can answer your questions offline when the recording stops so it doesn't live on YouTube forever?
So Bill asked a question in the events group after I posted the California Wine Club link, asking about how to link to a blog post from one of our merchants. I would recommend using the ShareASale product discovery bookmarklet, or if you're in the ShareASale interface, you have the option to create your own link. So you can plug the URL for the blog post in there and create your own link that way too.
And just make sure that their blog post or their blog is connected to their website, their e-commerce website. Sometimes they have, I know this is probably rare and it's not going to happen, but sometimes they have a blog that is separate and not attached to the e-commerce site. So make sure that it's all the same domain, and then the cookie should travel with you.
You would get a link failure, wouldn't you, if that happened? Like ShareASale won't give you the link if it's not on the right.
Right. I mean, it should, hopefully. But I mean, always test your links, of course, to make sure that they're working.
All right.
Memorial Day. There's a couple other holidays coming up. Have you had any good suggestions for Father's Day or 4th of July?
I think all of them that we covered pretty much go across all the holidays. I think Memorial Day, Father's Day. Father's Day is a little bit more gifty. So I think Grill Masters is going to do extremely well for Father's Day. I know Snake River Farms does extremely well for Father's Day. And we will have promotions for the, did we just, oh, Kristen moved. We will have promotions for them. So again, like Kristen said earlier, you've got to read your newsletters, because our June newsletters are going to be coming out in the next 2 weeks. And we will be talking about any Father's Day deals that we have for those. Any 4th of July deals will come out in the newsletter that comes out in a month. But that's a good question, Phil. We will address those definitely in the newsletter. But the more gift-giving ones would certainly be Grill Masters Club, possibly Kettle Pizza, maybe Lobster Anywhere, Salt Armour. I think if you've got a dad that's involved in fishing or outdoor activity, Salt Armour, they have incredible deals, like 80% off deals. So again, when the newsletter goes out, look at them and think about those holidays. There's Dexter. Everybody wave to Dexter. Morning, buddy. Yay! We got 2 hands.
About Seiko. I noticed on their blog, they actually have recipes, which one I shared this week. But it mentioned that they had seasonings, and I searched all over their website and could not find seasonings. Do you know anything about that?
Who?
Salt Armour. No, I can't think of any type of products that we're talking about Salt Armour fishing, right? Yeah. When you go, they actually have a blog magazine, and okay. It's got a bunch of stuff on it, but it does have recipes, which is where I found my taco recipe. But they don't, they talk about a seasoning that they use, which I ended up having to go make a recipe for the seasoning that they use because I could not find it. You know what? I think I'm gonna invite those guys to do an Apogee Live, and boy, we're gonna be in for a treat with that. These guys are young and energetic, and we're probably not gonna get any words in edgewise. But that would be a good question to ask them: is do they have any products besides the clothing and apparel line? And I think that's a good question for them. And if not, but I'll find out too. I'll definitely research that. Father's Day. I think we covered Father's Day, Phil. I think those are the good ones.
Greg, I have a quick question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Promoting products on Facebook. I know Facebook has a little handshake tool. that we are supposed to use if we promote something on there? Are the companies that you represent cool with us doing the handshake, and tagging them as in that in those posts?
And that's a Kristen answer.
So Sherry, what I would recommend instead of using the handshake tool, because those are obviously managed by the brand, like it's going to tag the brands and we don't have access to their Facebook pages to, approve or not approve. Rather than doing hashtag ad and using the handshake tool, I would use something else like parentheses or natural language disclosure instead. So don't use the hashtag because that's going to trigger the Facebook or the handshake tool. Use parentheses, use asterisks, I use double slash on mine sometimes and just do add at the beginning. Also, I double down by using natural language later on and saying, I'd love it if you would click on my affiliate link, which means I'll get compensated for it, blah, blah. That has been, and Mary Ellen can speak to this as well, but that's definitely been a good workaround as opposed to using the handshake tool, which has become kind of tricky for a number of brands just because they don't always want to be tagged across the board. Mary Ellen, do you want to jump in on that one?
Yeah, yes and no.
Mary Ellen from Jane.com, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. I run the affiliate program here at Jane, and I am not a fan of the handshake tool. And the reason why is because it's going to encourage the customer to click from your Facebook post to my Facebook page and then click out from there. And then if they click out from there, nothing can attribute that customer to you, so you don't get paid a commission. The intent on Facebook's part is to make sure those relationships are clear and conspicuous to their users. So while I think it is a great effort on their behalf, I think it's lousy in execution because it does cut the affiliate out of the commission. It also, the FTC has come right out and said that it doesn't satisfy their condition for disclosure. So why Facebook is doing this, while it's well-intended, it fails on execution. That being said, however, I'm also a member of the PMA, and we've recently had a meeting with Facebook, and they have said that it is their intention to make certain that whether it is content that you write on your blog post or whether it is direct linking, no matter where you take the customer, whether it's directly to the merchant page or whether it's directly out to your blog and then out from your blog to the merchant, they still think that they're taking the position that the handshake needs to take place. So I don't agree with it. I wish they would reconsider it. But it's up to you on whether you want to absorb that risk on not handshaking or not. We take an active position against it for now until we're able to have follow-up conversations with Facebook. And I apologize, my dogs are going crazy in the backyard. I'm going to mute myself.
So I would tend to agree with Mary Ellen on all that. Like, I would rather see my affiliates not use the handshake tool for pretty much all the reasons that she just mentioned, but also because I feel like it's not intended for content affiliates like you guys. Like, I think it's intended for larger celebrity sponsorships and whatnot. I think it's intended for bigger brands, just in general. So I think that using natural language and, not using hashtag ad, but still using some way to make ads stand out at the beginning of the post is sufficient for us. And that's all I'm really monitoring for when I am monitoring, and I'm always monitoring. So.
Okay. Kristen, what was your question?
Risk of Facebook shutting our pages down if we don't use it?
I'm sorry, what?
Do we run the risk of Facebook shutting our pages down if we do not use it?
I don't know what, I can't answer that. I think that they're not very clear in how it's supposed to be handled. So I would say as long as you're following the rules right now, let's be real, the algorithm kind of sucks anyway. Like, I know my reach on my pages is, so I mean, I would say that the risk always stands, but I would say that you maybe don't have as much to worry about, because as is, you know, if you're trying to use the handshake tool and they're not allowing that, your post is getting hidden anyway. So you might as well try to use natural language, link back to your blog post, you know, rather than include an actual affiliate link. You should be pretty solid, in my opinion, but I'm not an expert, or, you know, I'm not a lawyer or anything on that. It's just speaking from my experience as a blogger, I would say that that should cover your bases.
Sherry, let me jump in and answer your original question. We don't have any restrictions, and our merchants have not given us any instructions on how our affiliates should promote them. So we don't have any restrictions, but it's a good question to make sure you ask every affiliate manager, just to make sure. Mm-hmm. Because my rules could be completely different from Mary Ellen's.
Right. And like, I know fanatics.com, they do not allow their affiliates to use the handshake tool. And that comes from, you know, their other part of the brand. So like, obviously, like, that's already at odds with what Facebook is saying should happen, but you know, hopefully there will be better resolution about this. I think Zuck is just in over his head with a few things, so he's trying to cover his butt.
Did they give a reason why they don't allow their affiliates to? Like,
because
we don't take a formal position against it, so I can't say we don't allow it, but I'm interested.
It was like right after the handshake tool rolled out, and a whole bunch of their affiliates were using it, obviously, to promote Fanatics. And they were asked by, you know, another part of their like marketing team or whatever, like, don't allow your affiliates to use it. So Wade posted that in the Fanatics affiliate group. Wow. You know, you would have to talk to him about it, and, you know, maybe it's changed or softened since then, but hi, I'm talking.
And they're not here to defend themselves because they have a marketing meeting when we record this.
Yeah, I very firmly remember him posting about that, because he and I have had multiple conversations about the handshake tool, as I have with you, Mary Ellen. Hi, I'm talking to them.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do we have anything else? Because I think we can end this portion of it. We're going to stop recording in a second. Does anybody have any final questions before we go off? So stick around. Matt, Bill, thank you for joining us. We don't know who you are, but we're glad you're here. So you can get to know who you are, and you can come back to future conversations. Marcia, thank you for being here as always. Fran, thank you. Sherry, thank you for joining us. You need to get the rest of your masterminds to come to these. All right. Phil, once again, thank you very much, sir. And Krista, keep doing all those promotions. And
are you going to thank Dexter?
Everybody wave to Dexter. It's a 2-hand wave to Dexter. I got Daniel to do it. Yay.
I always wave to Dexter.
You got the 2 hands going, though.
Yeah.
And that's what Daniel does to entertain. And he's not even looking.
He's not even looking. That's right.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on Apogee Live. We've been talking about summer strategies. Please subscribe to the Apogee Agency channel and watch more interviews and conversations with affiliates, merchants, and industry leaders. Leave us a comment and let's talk.